Oh no. These notes describe the recordings that Mr. Field something something. We get to research. Okay, excellent. In my teenage years, it was my only joy to examine and roam through places where rumors had been spread. Human lifestyle was not for me. I always searched for the ways of the inhuman. I visited old cemeteries full of dread, old ruined buildings, and spent most of my time in these places which were suffused with the black veil of myths and rumors. One day I bought a sound recorder and started to record the environmental sounds of these desolate places where I'd been spending my time alone. Fairly soon I had a large collection of recordings. Some nights when I couldn't sleep... Okay, so we have 3 clues and probably a hidden one. Okay. Some nights when I couldn't sleep, I used to put my headphones on and listen to these sounds which seemingly did not belong to this world. When carefully heated, the sounds almost materialized to be touched. Genius loci could be heard. I wonder, is this important? Is this important? Do we want to think about that? These notes describe the recordings about that Mr. Field made. Okay. When my secret treasure trove was discovered by my family because Jonathan blabbed about it, all my recordings were destroyed. You want to know about this. Jonathan blabbed and they were destroyed. That is important. You don't care about that. Fine. They forced me to go to a psychologist for 1 year. I still can remember how Jonathan used to call me ghoul around that time. Anyway, against all odds, I never abandoned this. I think I can say passion. Okay, good. Men who abandon the things that are bound up in their hearts, even if they are suppressed, they never forget. Or men never abandon. Okay, that makes more sense. When I was just 23 years old, Jonathan and I became solely responsible for my father's company. Can we underline that? Do we want to know about this? Mr. Field's life changed when he took over his father's company at the age of 22. Okay. Important event. We have a thought about that. We will read that later. I had no time whatsoever for anything else but work. I was so happy when I took over the company from my father. I will never forget that period of my life. Today I bought myself a new tape recorder. As I said earlier, I would never abandon my passion. I can now pursue my interests in a serious and mature way without the recklessness of youth. Oh man, this just keeps going. Okay, do we want to know about, he always searched for the ways of the inhuman? Do we want to know about that? Nope, we don't care about that. Alright. Cassette number 1, record number 1 and 2. Old and new unused Moreland Cemetery, Berngsten. Bernken is a small town which was established 18 miles northwest of the city center of Wellsmouth. The farms, which are situated whilst going to the north, are as old as the town itself. There are stories which have been told for a long time about a tomb in an old and now unused cemetery called Moreland Cemetery that is situated right in front of the old part of Berngsten. It is said that some nights strange noises and indescribable disgusting smells come from within that tomb. Can we please make note of this? Because this is consistent with what the other stuff we've been reading. Some people who use the rough pathway which passes 150 meters west of the Moreland Cemetery relate... You know what, can we know about the Moreland Cemetery? Okay, relate that they saw some tortuously twisted silhouettes and heard some howling, screaming, and squeaky sounds that they couldn't identify. Can we know about this pathway? Maybe we want to go there. Okay, fine. I started my recordings here at about 2:48 a.m. Can we know 2:48 a.m.? No. It was so dark and overcast that it was almost impossible to see the surroundings. I used a small flashlight, but I had to be very cautious because of rumors about some grave robbers who plundered the old graves by spreading all the bones around in a disgusting, inhuman manner. The metallic, half-open door of the notorious tomb had some figures in half-relief similar to Rodin's the gates of hell. Do we want to know about this? Nope. It was rusted and had started to crumble away, the effect of passing years. The spacious interior smelled really awful. The cover of the stone tomb was broken, and the interior was visible throughout the opening, or through the opening. The floor of the tomb had collapsed into a wide underground hole. I heard that during a strong earthquake 4 years ago, some parts of Bergsten collapsed into the underground holes or caves. I think that the same earthquake was the reason for the collapse of that tomb. I recorded both the interior of the tomb and the building surrounding it. Can we, like, I don't know, it's a cemetery. Fine. Record number 3, in a cave near the Northwood Forest. The whereabouts of this cave, which is located 3 miles away from the notorious Northwood Forest, is not widely known. We want to know where this is, don't we? Maybe we want to go there. It is connected to some other caves in that form a complex underground network. It is rumored that a lot of people have become lost inside and never returned. Some people claim that they have seen fires inside and heard some sinister sounds coming from the depths of the cave at night. I bet it's Ivor. Okay, record 4. By the dig in my cellar. Ooh, okay. Some sounds are coming from the well in my cellar. I don't know what lies beneath it or the reason for its construction. From the top of the well, I used a flashlight to examine the well, but it's too deep for me to see the bottom. The sounds coming from below make me think that there are some animals down there. I believe it must be connected to a tunnel that leads outside somewhere. Do we want to know about this? Nope. Okay, record number 5, in my bedroom. For some time I have been woken up by squeaking, trembling, and a slight wind sounds whose source I can't identify. Several times, hardly suppressing my fear, I roamed the house but couldn't find anything out of the ordinary. It's said that in houses this old, these noises are common. I guess I have to get used to it. Can we note that he was getting woken up by things all the time? I guess we don't care about that. Oh, these just keep going and going. Record number 6 and 7, in the well. I decided to examine the well because the workers I hired for restoration left the job half done due to some sounds they claimed to hear from within the well. The rusty ladder that I hadn't dared brave before was my only avenue. I bought a strong flashlight to inspect the interior. We knew about this already. I decided to record some sounds down there, but I could only record some sounds in the room that the tunnel leads to. When I listened to the recordings later on, I noticed some defects. There were some deep noises and rumblings on every recording. I think that the dirty and choking atmosphere of the well caused my recorder to malfunction. Do we want to know about this? Fine. Ooh, we've got to Ivor's place. Record number 8 and 10 in Ivor's place. I had an opportunity to make some recordings in the worm-eaten place which Ivor and some other friends of his are using as a meeting place. When I told Ivor that I wanted to make some recordings, he preempted me with a strange, disturbing smile on his face by saying that he was sure I would succeed in making great recordings. That's really creepy. Why are we hanging out with Ivor? He's clearly a creepy dude. That building, which seems so strangely strong, whilst showing the signs of rottenness all over, made me feel very uneasy. Christopher T. Dredden, one of the 3 men in that meeting apart from Ivor and me, told me that this place was built by an unknown witch. I couldn't be sure as to whether he was being serious due to the sardonic smile perpetually on his wise and thin, long and pale face whilst he spoke to me. Do we want to know his name? Someone named Christopher T. Dredden was also with Mr. Field and Ivor during the meeting. Oh, that was a hidden clue? Then what are the important ones? Maybe like the place which Ivor and some other whatever this. Nope, we don't want that. Sounds in the well. Nope. What am I missing? What's important here? I love that that was a hidden clue. Darn it! Why can I find the hidden ones and not the obvious ones? What about these, like, genius loci that he keeps talking about? No. Jonathan? No, I think I already highlighted that. How about that his brother used to call him Ghoul? No? Okay. How about this? No? How about 18 miles northwest? No? I'm at a loss here. I really don't know what this guy wants to know. What does this guy want to know? How about in this cave? No? I feel like we want to know about the cemetery and the cave, but he doesn't seem to be interested in either of those things. Maybe I should put it on standard just so it'll find what I need to find. Because I honestly don't know what he wants. Yeah, sounds are coming from the well in my cellar. No, how is that not suspicious? I would think that sounds in his cellar would be suspicious to a detective, but apparently not. Did I try underlining this tunnel that leads somewhere outside? No, I guess that's not interesting either. Did I try, underlining this about sounds? Probably. Okay. I don't know what he wants, so I'm gonna... Let's see, can I set it on standard really quick? Oh, I can put search on. Okay. That's good. I like that. Let's see. Research pages. Okay, so there's nothing more on this page. Research pages. Oh. These notes pertain to... Really? That's what you wanted to know? Oh my god. I would have never figured that out. Never, never, never. Okay. Maybe I'll just keep this auto doc search on and just use it when I'm at a loss because he wants to underline really stupid things like cassette number 1 instead of this guy's... Okay, you want that part of Ivor's place? Mr. Field made some recordings while in Ivor's place. This was a good clue. Meeting at Ivor's place. Yeah, I tried to underline this part about Ivor's place, but you didn't like that. You want this part. Man, you're picky. Let's see what his thoughts are. Okay, so important event. When he was 22, Mr. Field and his brother took over their father's company, and Mr. Field wrote that this incident greatly affected his life. Christopher T. Dredden. Someone named Christopher T. Dredden was also with Mr. Field and Ivor during the meeting. Cassette number 1. In his record notes, Mr. Field mentioned cassette number 1. In his recording notes, Mr. Field says he went to a meeting at Ivor's place. Okay. Cool. Can we... How do we close out of this? There. This. Close. Get lost. Alright. Well, that was exciting. I'm gonna look in this direction. This direction seems to be less scary than the other ones. Especially because of this little frickin'... I don't even... What is this? What is this? Because it's freaking scary. This is the scariest thing. Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't want to look. No, get away. Get away. I don't want to. Those eyes. I think it's those eyes. The way they're cut out of that little face is just so scary. No! Stop that. Stop that right now. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stop here. Next time we'll pick up with exploring more of this creepy house, and I'm probably gonna run into more masks that will freak me out, and whatever this thing is, I don't like it. So yeah, we'll try and find more information about what's going down here. It'll probably be scary. So until then, I hope you enjoyed this set, and I hope you join me next time for more Darkness Within in Pursuit of Loth Nolder. Frickin' stop that right now. Okay. Goodbye, everyone.